What's going on? What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be the tuning potentials of the M340. Now, I know there's a lot of info already out there on the B58, especially the Gen 2s, which is what this car has. But I figured I'd, give some advice and some tips, I guess, and some warnings to those looking to modify their M340s. So right off the gate, do not expect to hit 500 plus horsepower on these cars unless you get a custom E50 tune or upgraded turbos. That is one thing that not many people say. They always try to flex numbers, brag about numbers, talking about, oh, I'm 500 plus, on pump gas, stock turbos. It's not really doable, you know what I'm saying, on pump gas. The only way to achieve those numbers accurately is through, like I said, an E50 mix, so going ethanol, which means you got to get a flex fuel kit for the cars and or upgrading your turbos. Now, if you plan on buying these cars to go past the 550, 600 mark, keep in mind you will need to upgrade your transmission. There is posts and stories about people going past the 600 mark on stock trans. However, if you're gonna daily this car, I would not recommend that at all in the slightest. Just walking around showing you the car and whatnot while I make this video, but your trans is gonna start slipping, bro. Past like 580, 600, your trans will start slipping. And if you plan on making this car your daily, it's not a good idea. You're going to be looking for a new transmission pretty soon. So, cost of upgrading your transmission, I believe there's 3 stages currently by Pure Solutions. Stage 1, I believe it's around $10,000. I believe that's capable of like 650, 700, I want to say, I think. Stage 2 is what most people do if they want to, comfortably push the 700 plus mark with these cars, which is, I believe, like 15 or 20,000. So you gotta, remove your transmission, send it out to them, wait until you get it back. I believe the turnaround rate is quick, so you should have your car back soon. So there's that, as well as port injections, upgraded turbos, and the other supporting mods that you should already have done to the car if you're gonna be pushing well over 650. This car, my car, only has a catalyst downpipe. That's all you need to be at stage 2 MHD. I'm not sure about boot mod. I don't use boot mod. I prefer MHD. So stage 2, you're pushing around 480, 470, around there. So expect to be at those type of numbers. Torque wise, well over 480 torque, well over 500 torque easily on stage 2. These cars, the B58 Gen 2 and the Gen 1s are extremely torque heavy. They're torque happy, so you're gonna get a shit ton of torque down low, so be careful if you're not used to having all that torque hit at once. The top end is where these engines kind of fall flat on, so keep in mind. Let's see, what else would you guys need? Truthfully though, in my opinion, M340s, you might want to just leave them at like 550 if you have access to ethanol, or if you want to be those people that have like 5 tanks in their garage, and go out once a month, or once every 2 weeks or every other week and get gas or ethanol. I don't know if I'm gonna be that person. I do have one 20 minutes away from me, so I'm considering it, just because the stage 2 horsepower, I'm already kind of bored of. The car is fun, it's nice, however, if you want horsepower, you gotta go ethanol. You have to. I'm already bored in the sense of the power that stage 2 offers. So, but Let's see, what else should we talk about for tuning potentials? If you have a rear wheel drive, you don't really gotta worry about fitment or any of that bullshit. You can probably run, I think, like a 295, no issues. If you're all-wheel drive, you have to be within that 1% ratio between the front and rear. Otherwise, you're gonna fuck your shit up. So be careful about that. The go-to specs for a X-Drive M340 is, I believe, a 265 rear with a what is it? Is it a 255 front or something along those lines, or 245? The specs I'm going with is a 275 in the rear with a 245 in the front. Those are the specs I'm going with. So you know, it's a lot of people have the X-Drive. It's kind of rare to see an M340 that's rear-wheel drive, so I wouldn't really put too much thought about that. However, if you do have a rear-wheel drive, you have a lot more options in terms of grip than X-Drive owners do, just because of that 1% ratio. You could also do a square setup. I believe the fronts you can do is 265 in the fronts. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's the max you can push without doing any, special modifications like rolling your fenders, cutting up, shit like that. So that's just my opinion, is stay around the 550. That way you don't have to do a lot of suspension setup to get the power down. What else? I'm trying to think here. So upgraded manifold as well. If you're gonna be pushing well over the 650 mark, 700, you want to upgrade your manifold before that shit cracks. It is expensive, but it's worth it. I'm gonna keep this car around either stage 2 or E50 mix, bring it up to like 550 before the summer hits. So if I do, stay tuned for that. It's gonna be a fun little video to record, first drive. I'm trying to think. Tuning software. Transmission tune. I'm sorry. Transmission tune. I'm running XHP stage 3. It's a little bit too aggressive for a daily purpose, I guess, but I enjoy that. So I leave it at stage 3. I know a lot of people go from stage 3 to stage 2 if they're gonna daily the car. So if you don't like that whole jerkiness, because you only really feel the stage 3 going from like first to second, or rolling into second or rolling to third in ascent from a stop, the car gets a little bit shaky, jerky. So just be aware of that. Sorry, it's a little bit cold over here. I'm still recovering from being sick. But transmission tune, XHP, you can't really go wrong with that. That's the go-to, the staple. I recommend stage 2 if you're gonna daily drive and you want quick shifts. Stage 1 I feel like is useless. I feel like you might as well just keep it stock at that point. So either stage 2 if you don't want the jerky, too aggressive, of stage 3, and stage 3, if you want the max out of your transmission. I've gone a few months already on the MHD and the transmission tune, and this car, no issues at all. Transmission shifts like fucking butter. No hiccups, no nothing. Telling ya, this is the perfect platform if you want speed, comfort, a daily vehicle within the 35, let's just say under 40,000. You feel me? Obviously the G80s, the G82s, they're better, yes. However, if you don't got money, like I don't got money, to be paying those monthly bills. I believe the average cost to own a G80 is like $1,300 a month. I don't got that kind of money right now. You feel me? So if you want to compromise, settle under 40,000. M340. M340 is your best bet, your best buck, I guess. What else is there? I guess we can talk about maintenance. Maintenance for these cars. So BMW recommends at 65,000 miles, I think, to service your transmission. I'm gonna be doing that soon. The price for that is about I think shop quotes anywhere from like $600 to $1,000 to service a trans. So keep that in mind if you want to, start tuning your cars, or just general maintenance if you're looking for M340. Brakes, same thing, about 60,000 miles. So I'm up for brakes because I drive my car kind of aggressively, not super aggressive every day, but brakes, it's an M Light. You're gonna get taxed regardless, like I said in my previous video. So be prepared for brake job. That's costly, well over $1,200, $1,500 for that. Oil changes, 120, I think it is 120 for an oil change. Spark plugs, same shit. I think they're like $300, I believe. Everything, parts, labor, like $300 to $400. So it's cheap. What else? The PCV, right? Yeah. From the Gen 1, we don't have that issue anymore for Gen 2, so you don't gotta worry about doing that shit. You don't gotta delete it. Don't do, you're chilling there. That's pretty much it for maintenance. To be honest, like I said, this car is fantastic. It treats you so well. It's kind of crazy that this car is under 40,000. So cool little thing also, if you guys don't know, so these grills are active. You have one right there and you have one at the bottom as well. A lot of people like to delete this active grill, so they can always have that little, the crossbar show. I don't want that because you have to do a lot of coding to get the fucking light removed from your dash. So I leave it active. You know what I'm saying? It's cool, it's nice, but yeah. So that's just a quick little video. It's about 12 minutes. My fault. I might leave little fucking, what's that shit called? Annotations, I think, or like video cuts, depending on what you guys want to know. But yeah, I might make another video later tonight. I'm going over the cons of the car, what to look out for, and something else. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. Write them down in the comments. As always, subscribe, like the video, follow the IG for the build guide, or not the build guide, the build journey, and appreciate y'all. Thank you.